The biggest advantages, I think, are access to large pools of talent who don't live around the big cities and aren't willing to move there. And there are a lot of people in the US and in Canada and ultimately around the world who I think we and other companies that go in this direction will be able to access. We also see on the retention side, one of the top reasons when people leave the company that they tell us that they are leaving is because they want to move to a place, maybe to be with their family, but we don't have an office there. So we'll now be able to keep more of those folks in the loop, which will be in some ways even more valuable than recruiting new people because those people are already ramped up on our culture. This overall will, I think, help spread economic opportunity more broadly across the country. I think that there's a big challenge right now, which is that a lot of opportunities are only available in cities and these metropolitan areas, which means that people kind of need to choose between the lifestyle that they want and sometimes would need to move to a city and leave that in order to have good economic opportunities. But it's not clear why that should have to be the case. And I think something like remote work can help on that. There's environmental positive aspects. People are going to spend a lot less time commuting and more time just teleporting in, either over video chat or eventually things like virtual reality. And for us, I mean, our company, so much of what we do is just building products that help people feel connected and present together no matter where they are. So whether that's the main kind of feed products that we offer or things like video chat, Workplace for Enterprises, our hardware with Portal, or the longer term bets are on virtual and augmented reality that are really about helping you feel present. I just kind of feel like moving in a more remote direction and requiring our employees to rely on these tools more will help advance some of that future technology development as well. So that's a lot of the stuff on the good side.
Do you imagine senior people in those roles being remote?
Yeah, I think we will certainly get there. Actually, one of the big things that we basically decided as we're rolling this out in a measured way is we're going to have more experienced people be able to do this first, because we concluded that if you're a new grad at a college or haven't had a lot of experience working at a company, it's actually more important that you're at the office in person for training in order to get ramped up on how a company works and how to work with colleagues in that environment before putting you in the environment where you'd potentially be more on your own working remotely. There are a few things like that. In terms of the most senior folks, there's certainly demand on our management team, and I do think some of the most senior people will shift to work remotely more of the time. But of course, in these really senior roles, they're somewhat unique. I mean, for me, for example, I couldn't just choose to work from home all the time if I wanted. I have to go and meet with people, whether they're partners or governments or different folks. And so I would anticipate that I'm going to spend more of my time working remotely than I did before. But I don't think that it would be feasible for someone like me or in a role like me to just work remotely all the time.